Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Charlene. Probably not as scared as I am. Introducing new moves is always interesting. I have practiced them, but it's always a comedy show anyway. Good morning, Joni. Good morning, Elizabeth. I think telling everybody we were going to start some new moves has scared people away. Today's the day to come in and learn them. We do them at a much slower pace. We go over them over and over again. Good morning, Jan. For those of you that were around in April and May of last year, this is how we got started. We taught you some moves, then brought them up to speed. For today, you will need a chair and your hand weights when we get to them. We introduced some new moves last week. Well, I attempted to try some new moves last week. I have them better now. And then, of course, the moves for the aerobic part or the cardio part. But that's all we're going to be doing today is warm-up, some cardio with the new moves, the cool-down, some weight training with some new moves, and then some stretching. So it'll be a little bit shorter today. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Fran. Good morning, Marnie. Oh, now they're flying in. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Wendy. So just before we get started, here's how the morning is going to go. Okay, our warm-up will be the same as we're used to. Good morning, Brenda. When we go into our cardio, it's not going to be quite the same. I'm going to introduce, good morning, Colette, a ton of new moves. Well, not a ton, 7 new moves. We need to be cautious with them because some of the movement we are not used to. And when we go into the muscle building, it's going to be strictly with the hand weights and a chair if necessary. And then we will go back, then we'll go into our stretching. So it is a little bit shorter today. But chances are you're going to be fairly tired at the end of it because you're going to be moving your body and your muscles in a completely different way than you're used to with some of these moves. So as always, hydrate often, take things at your own pace. The new moves we certainly won't be doing up to the BPM that we normally do. We may bring some of them up, but we'll see how it goes. It is 10 o'clock. Let's get started. Good morning, Sue. Roll those shoulders forward. And alternate. Good morning, Steve. And roll them back. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Nancy. And alternate. Good morning, Jillian. Forward and back. Good morning, Barbara. Up and down. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Brenda. Alternate. Bring those arms in. Arms out. Wrists. And fingers. Fingers and fists. And march. And a hula. Changing to the other direction. And march. Hamstring. And march. Toe tap. Left and right. Heel. Left and right. Other heel. Left and right. Toes. Left and right. And march. We're going to start with a familiar step, and then we'll throw in a new one. Just 4 forward with the heel, 4 back with the toe. So our first new move is a figure 8 walk. Very simple, hopefully. So you just need to pretend you have a big figure 8 on your floor. You walk around, and as you turn, you bring the foot slightly around. You don't actually cross the feet over, which is one of the big problems some people have when tripping and falling. This one's pretty simple. You can make it more cardio-based. You want to put those feet up. Good morning, Peggy. We're doing a figure 8 walk. So this is the move you use when you're in the grocery store. You start down an aisle and realize the arrow is pointing the other way. Turn around and go the other way. And let's march. Now the other one looks a lot like our grapevine, but it's not done exactly the same way. What I need you to do is I need you to get as far forward as you can. So I'm going to be getting pretty close. And it's called a crossover and return. So it's over, but still over in front, still over in front. Then you turn and you return. Turn, over, 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 and return. Then you turn the other way. It's over, 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 and return. Let's try that again. Turn, over, 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 and return. Let's try putting that up to some kind of pace. Looks like this. Over, 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 turn, and return. Turn. Make bigger returns. Then the opposite is when you go behind. It looks like this. Okay? Pretty simple. Let's do this twice on each side, alternating. This side, this side, this side, and this side. Here we go. Out, over, turn, return, in, out. Hey, I don't know where I get the moves from. I don't get them from line dance class, though. Hello, Anne. Let's go back to something we're familiar with. Heels out. Now, the next one we're going to do might have a little bit of a balance issue in it for some people. You might want to have a chair handy. Called a rock up and step. In case you notice, I'm looking over here because I wrote out all the different steps. I won't remember them. Let's march. I'm going to get a quick drink. So a rock up and step looks like this. Step, step, sorry. Step, step, up. Step, step, up. Step, step, up. And I'm doing it wrong because I'm not putting enough steps in the rock. It's 3 steps and then a rock. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, up. This is the basic one. When we get used to it, we actually speed this up. So basically, this is just a combination of a couple of moves that we already had. Your instructor just needs to learn how to count to 3. When you do that step up, you try to freeze. It's great for your abs. And let's go back to our march. Next one's called a 4-way pass. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the leg out and the arms out in 4 different positions. The last one has a little bit of a body twist. It looks like this. It's out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Then you go to the other side, same thing. Everybody got that? Let's bring it up to pace a little bit. Looks like this. So it's very similar to the one we've done before. But when it's always on one side, march. When it's always on one side, it's the stationary leg that you're actually exercising. Let's go to the other side. And march. Woo. I'm telling you, even though we're not doing as much as fast or up to pace, because we're moving our bodies in slightly different ways, it's a good workout. Woo. You do the same thing something over and over and over again, which we've done for quite a while, your body adapts. Your mind goes, oh, this one again. Triggers everything that needs to be triggered, and it's too easier. By throwing in new ones, the brain has to, this is different. What do I need to do for the muscles? This one is called a two-step, one-step. Looks like this. It's out, out, one step back. 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 Very simple move. You have to think. It's a good thing. Let's give this a try. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, other way. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, 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 in, out, out. Ooh, I almost forgot the in. And march. Next one, last one for today, new. It's called a box step, and it's different than the box step we've always done. Remember we always did this one? Nope. This one we're actually taking 2 steps in each position. Looks like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Simple move. All of these moves are based on increasing your agility, your ability to move in different directions when you need to. Other direction. And march. So those are all the new moves. We'll practice those on our own, and then we'll put them to good use on Thursday. Reminder, no class tomorrow, but we'll be back full force Thursday. We'll move some of the new moves in with the old moves. And for people that were not here, we'll do a couple of them slow to start, but then we'll bring them up to pace. This is how we did it in April and May last year. We introduced the moves, and we brought them up to pace. And as new people came in, we demonstrated them a couple of times slow, but brought them up to pace. There is one more new move that I've written down. We're not going to do it today because I've got to see that 4-way pass we did. There's also a 4-way catch, and I'm not sure what the difference is. I've got to look at the video again to see what the difference is. I think it has something to do with bringing the arms in, like a catch. But we'll see. Let's do a kick. And march. Let's get those arms up. Up and out. Out. Let's bring those arms out and up. Remember when we introduced this one? Arms all over the place. But now it's almost like muscle memory. The body knows exactly what it needs to do, which is not a bad thing. But we become very complacent. Well, I become very complacent. March. This is our cool down, then we'll go to our weights. Make sure you have a chair handy. Heels, both of them. I can't believe that was 15 minutes already of cardio. Woo. Alternate. Get those hips going. Bounce. Toes. Other toes. And march. Hamstrings. March. Hula. Change directions. March. Bring those arms out. Rotate those wrists. Other direction. And fingers. Fingers to the thumbs. Snap them. Wrists. Bring those arms in. And out. Up and down. Alternate. Forward and back. Roll them back. Alternate. Come forward. And alternate. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to get my hand weights and a chair. Be right back. So everything for weight training and muscle building today we're going to do with our hand weights. You are more than welcome, Darlene. Keeps me going too. So the first one's called a row. Okay? Some people complained about too much knee bending when we introduced these last week. Okay, so some of these you really do need to do with the knee bend because it gives you the proper positioning for some of them. For example, the row. And that's why the chair is here. You can certainly lean on the chair. The front knee just has a slight bend. Back leg is out back, and we just row. And the recommendation for this one is to do 15 on each side 3 times. Certainly doable. I didn't count. We're going to pretend that was 15. I'm going to go to the other side. Now, if you have your chair in a good place, you don't need to keep moving it back and forth like I do. Okay, front knee is slightly bent, back leg is back, and we row. This is very much like the exercise we do when we use the resistance bands. When we're seated, we're rowing. And I didn't count again. We'll pretend this is just a training exercise. We'll do one more set on each side. And I'm going to go to the other side. Just here, I think you'll be able to see me no matter what. Bending that front knee. Now, if you want to, you can do this without hanging on to the chair. That chair is there if you need it. By all means, use it if you need it. I find that I'm going off balance. I have no issue grabbing the chair. Much less funny to watch people fall down. And going to the other side. Let's do the last one too, the music. You do the free spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MC's trying to prove a point with Dredge's trio, I win a serious joint, I bump some inside, into the front. You do the free spank and do the bump. The next one's called a lateral fly. It's very similar to the one we already do, but we're going to do one side at a time. I've said in the past that when we do them both together, the dominant side comes out the non-dominant side. By separating them, you can't do that anymore. This one, same position. If you're finding that your knee is getting tired, do it standing straight up. This one goes out to the side. Great for the abs and the obliques. And the same thing, 3 of 15. Now this one I would find difficult to do up to pace. I think it would defeat the purpose of what we're trying to do. Going to the other side. I give the rest of method so we can shock the eye. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable. This one's going to be more like the one we do when we bring it out to the back and we come forward slowly. You just ignore the music. It just becomes background noise. Much like me. Let's do one more set on each side. You rock it to the beat without a care. With the short shot MC sporty affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the game, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of brown eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. Singing on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I'm singing on and on and on and on and on. Like hot butter pop, the pop, the pop, give it pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop. Come on, guarantee to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me, Wonder Mike, what are you waiting for? I said
to the hip, hip, however you don't stop the rocket to the bang, bang. You can say up, jump, the boogie to the rhythm of the book and the beat. A skill of bebop, we rock, the stupid do, and guess what? America, we love you.
That's 10.
In a row with us, so much
Count.
love. You can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we like hot water on a breakfast toast. Rock it up.
So as with all exercise, you do what you were able to do, and as you get stronger, you'll be able to do more. Maybe you do 2 sets of 15, or 2 sets of 10. Do what, you know what your shoulders and your body can take. The next one's called a seated curl and stand. And this is one of the ones that we introduced on Thursday last week that I wasn't doing right. Make sure your bottom is right near the edge of that chair, because we're going to be standing. So it's a curl, 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 stand. Then sit. Curl, 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 stand. Okay, bye, Ann. We'll talk to you later. Keep standing. This one's called a curl and lift. So it's a curl. Everybody knows what a curl is. So it's a curl and a lift. Curl, lift. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. Woo! I need a drink, but we're coming right back to the weights. Next one is called a kickback. Once again, the knees are slightly bent, bottom is stuck out a little bit, and you kick the weights back. You turn sideways so you can see that. It's almost like a row that you're pulling back as far as you can, using your shoulders. Next one is called a chop. And hopefully I'm doing this right, because this one I have the hardest time coordinating. You start here and you chop. Gotta try something. That's it. Sorry about that. Something didn't feel right. Okay. What did I just do? When this is in. Nope. Both are out and in. That's better. Told you I had problems with coordination on this one. Definitely an ab buster, and then the other side. So both out. That's how I have to remember it. Both out, both in. This is exhausting. I'd be tempted to do this with one weight because I'm done with this one. Holy smoly! Forward V. Oh, good. This one's much easier. Bringing your weights forward in a V. It's like taking a break. We have one more new one. And then we'll go into our stretching. Oh, two new ones. Sorry, I lied. So using one hand weight, we do our squats. It's called a goblet or a bell. So the only thing we're doing here is we're adding a little bit of weight to our squats, which is a good thing because if we've been doing squats for a long time, our body has adjusted to that. We need to do something to build up those muscles a little bit more, make the body adjust. And the last one's called a cat's toss. I looked it up to find out why they spelled it C-A-T-Z, not C-A-T-S. And it was created by a person whose last name was Katz. So I like the either way better. So it's just could be a cat's toss. That's it for our weight training for today. We need a drink, slow up the music, let's do our stretching. Oh, shush. Charlene. I think they're really good. I think they'll add a lot to our class. We won't do them all the time. We'll introduce them slowly. Mainly because I need to introduce them slowly. Story to give to you. A friend of mine contacted me last week. Grandmother, perfect health, perfect mental acuity, wasn't paying any attention as she was going down the stairs, either tripped or missed a step because she was thinking about something else, fell, hit her head, had a brain bleed, and died. Perfectly healthy, goes out for walks, lives on her own, but and I talked to you, maybe not enough, but I talked to you about paying attention to everything you're doing all the time, especially those mundane routine things that we do every day. Those are the ones that get us in trouble. We're walking along and we know there's a step there, but we don't lift our feet high enough. Or going down the stairs, we're not paying any attention because we've gone down the stairs a million times. And there's one more step that we've forgotten about. Always be in the here and now. It's for your safety. reminder, there is no class tomorrow. Play this one again. Learn the moves better than I know them. We'll see you on Thursday morning. Have a great sunny day. Get out there and walk. And just because there's no class tomorrow does not excuse you from class.